Hi, it's Mrs. Ferris, and I want to know who's ready for a story? Who? Are you? Are you? Our stories today are all about owls. So let's get started. Our first book is called Hooray for Today, with pictures and words by Brian Wan, and it's published by Houghton, Mifflin, Harcourt. I'm wide awake and ready to play, said Owl. Today will be a good day. She packed her toys and set off to find her friends. Owl knocked on Elephant's door. Hooray for today! I have my hat. Would you like to play? But Elephant did not want to play. Not now. I'm sleepy. So Owl tucked Elephant back in and whispered, maybe another day. Good night, Elephant. Then Owl found Zebra. Hooray for today! I have my trumpet. Would you like to play? But Zebra did not want to play. Not now. I'm sleepy. So Owl tooted a lullaby and whispered, maybe another day. Sleep tight, Zebra. Then Owl found Turtle. Hooray for today! I have balloons. Would you like to play? But Turtle did not want to play. Not now. I'm sleepy. So Owl rocked Turtle to sleep and whispered, maybe another day. Sweet dreams, Turtle. Then Owl found Giraffe. You see him? Hooray for today! I have some books. Would you like to play? But Giraffe did not want to play. Not now. I'm sleepy. So Owl read a story and whispered, maybe another day. Nighty-night, Giraffe. Now, when Owl found Lion, she couldn't hoot a single word before Lion growled, not now. I'm sleepy. So Owl whispered, maybe another day. Rest well, Lion, and tiptoed away. Owl shouted into the night, hooray for today. Can anyone come out and play? Today is a bad day, said Owl. Nobody wants to play. Finally, as the sun came up, she walked back home. Do you see what I see? Where her friends were waiting. Good morning, Owl, they all said. Would you like to play? But Owl yawned. Not now. I'm sleepy. But after my nap, hooray! Let's play. Well, I'm glad they found a way to play together. Well, we're going to have a finger play now about, well, I think we'll have owls jumping on our bed this week. So put up your 5 fingers, but each one is an owl, and get your bed ready. There were 5 hooting owls who were jumping on the bed. When one fell off, well, he bumped his head. His mama called the doctor, and the doctor said, no more owls jumping on the bed. So put one down. 4 hooting owls were jumping on the bed. One fell off and bumped his head. So his mama called the doctor, and the doctor said, no more owls jumping on the bed. So 3 hooting owls were jumping on the bed. One fell off and bumped his head. So his mama called the doctor, and the doctor said, no more owls jumping on the bed. So 2 hooting owls were jumping on the bed. One fell off and bumped his head. So his mama called the doctor, and the doctor said, no more owls jumping on the bed. So that left one hooting owl who was jumping on the bed. When she fell off, well, she bumped her head. Her mama called the doctor, and the doctor said, no more owls jumping on the bed. So let's put those owls to bed. No more jumping. And let's go on a hunt. This is called Where is Owl's Scarf? It's a Lift the Flap book, and it's published by Little Bee Books. Owl is getting ready to sleep. He's tucked in, snug as a bug, but something is missing. His scarf. Where can it be? Is it up in the tree? Let's see, is this one that opens? I don't think so. Let's go on. Owl flies toward the barn. Is his scarf behind the bales of hay? Let's look and see. No. Here's Deer munching on some apples. Crunch, crunch. No scarf. Owl spots something behind the pumpkins. Is the scarf over there? Let's look and see. Oh, no, it's Fox, and he's fast asleep. Owl soars above the field. Is his scarf in the corn stalks? Let's look and see. Not here, but nope, just some crows. Caw, caw. It looks like something's in the garbage can. Could that be it? Let's look and see. Oh, no, Raccoon is here looking for food. Maybe Owl's scarf is by the stream. Let's look and see. No, Frog is here, hopping in the reeds. Croak, croak. Where can Owl's scarf be? Wait, what's behind that pile of leaves? Let's look and see. Oh, I hope. Do you think it could be? Is it? Oh, it is Owl's scarf on Turkey. Hooray! Now Owl can go to sleep. Do you think he's going to ask Turkey to give it back? It does go very nicely with his hat. All right. Well, let's see. What else could we do a finger play about? Let's do, Which one would you like to do? Maybe you'd like to shake your sillies. Can we do that? Can you shake, shake, shake your sillies out? Shake, shake, shake your sillies out. Shake, shake, shake your sillies out and wiggle your waggles away. And can you clap, clap, clap your crazies out? Clap, clap, clap your crazies out. Clap, clap, clap your crazies out and wiggle your waggles away. Can you stretch, stretch, stretch your stretchies out? Stretch, stretch, stretch your stretchies out. Stretch, stretch, stretch your stretchies out and wiggle your waggles away. Can you stand up so that you can jump? Okay. Can you jump, jump, jump your jiggles out? Jump, jump, jump your jiggles out. Jump, jump, jump your jiggles out and wiggle your waggles away. Can you yawn? Yawn your sleepies out. Yawn. Yawn your sleepies out. Yawn. Yawn your sleepies out and wiggle your waggles away. Can you shake, shake, shake your sillies out? Shake, shake, Shake your sillies out, shake, shake, shake your sillies out and wiggle your waggles away. Well, our next story is about breakfast. I hope you've had your breakfast. This is called What's for Breakfast? This is written by Dennis Cazet. He did the pictures too, and it's published by Neil Porter Book, Roaring Brook Press, excuse me. Now, two owls, I don't know if you can see them, they're way up in the top of the barn, sat on the window ledge of an old barn. The little owl's name was Pip, and the big owl's name was Rufus. "Wake up," said Rufus. "It's time to catch the fearsome mouse. I'm in the mood for a wholesome bowl of mouse soup for breakfast." "It's too early," Pip grumbled. You need to practice your swooping," said Rufus. I'm not good at swooping," admitted Pip. "I'm good at sleeping." "Listen," whispered Rufus. "I hear a mouse. See? Over there, at the foot of the big oak tree. Go, bring me something to mush. Swoop!" So the little owl jumped off the window ledge, and when he tried to swoop, he crashed into the oak tree and tumbled to the ground. "Ow!" he cried, and pulled out a lump that he was sitting on. It was the mouse. "Hey!" he shouted. "I caught the fearsome mouse." "Oh, what's your name, fearsome mouse?" "Theodore," squeaked the mouse. "You don't look fearsome," said Pip. "You look small and sad." "I am small and sad because a big hungry owl fell out of the sky and sat on me in the middle of my breakfast." "Oh, I was swooping," said Pip. "Pardon me for saying so," Theodore remarked, "but that was more falling than swooping." "Yes, well, sleepy owls make sloppy swoopers." "At least you can fly," said Theodore. "Once I almost flew." "No, really?" "Well, sort of. I fell out of a tree." Falling is not flying." "Falling is not swooping either," replied Theodore. "But if I could fly, I would fly above the tallest trees of the forest where the wind is the strongest, and that's where I would practice my swooping." The little owl looked up at the top of the tallest pine tree, swaying in the wind, and he looked back at the mouse. "I know what you're thinking," said Theodore. "What does someone as small as a mouse know?" "We'll see," said Pip, and he grabbed Theodore and flew off. A warm gust of wind picked them up and carried them higher and higher to the farthest edge of the wildwood. "Here goes," Pip shouted. And then they swooped past the empty windows of an abandoned farmhouse and across the meadow. Do you see them going together? And they swooped over the pond, skimming the water. Oh, Mouse's tail is touching it. And then they swooped through the fading twilight, skimming stars and the rising moon. And when they landed, Pip set Theodore down. "I swooped," panted the little owl. "I flew," panted the little mouse. And far away they heard a big owl calling. "Uh-oh," gasped Theodore. "I know what that's about." The mouse opened a basket and looked inside. Maybe he'd like something new to mush. It's good to try new things, like flying or swooping from where the wind is the strongest. How about this? "What is that?" asked Pip. "A banana," Theodore announced. "Perfect for mushing." Well, we'll see, said Pip, and he flew back to the barn carrying the banana. The mouse flew back into his house. Now the little owl watched Rufus sail past the cold light of the moon and vanish in the shadows. And below at the foot of the oak tree he could see the warm light of the mouse's lantern. And Pip wondered what else someone as small as a mouse might know. And he also wondered whether Theodore had an extra banana. Do you like bananas? I wonder if Rufus will like bananas. Well, let's see. Let's do another finger play. All right. Let's do. Shall we have some monkeys swinging in a tree? The owls like to be in a tree. I think monkeys do too. But Mr. Crocodile is hungry. And you know what he wants to eat? Monkeys. 5 little monkeys were swinging in the tree, teasing Mr. Crocodile, you can't catch me. Well, along goes Mr. Crocodile, as hungry as can be, and he goes snap. Now, I don't think he ate a monkey, but that monkey hid, okay? 4 little monkeys were swinging in the tree, teasing Mr. Crocodile, you can't catch me. Along comes Mr. Crocodile, as hungry as can be, and he goes snap. Hide another one. 3 little monkeys were swinging in the tree, teasing Mr. Crocodile, you can't catch me. Well, along comes Mr. Crocodile, as hungry as can be, and he goes snap. So 2 little monkeys are swinging in the tree, teasing Mr. Crocodile, you can't catch me. Along comes Mr. Crocodile, as hungry as can be, and he goes snap. So now 1 little monkey swinging in the tree, teasing Mr. Crocodile, you can't catch me. Along comes Mr. Crocodile, as hungry as can be, and he goes snap. That means no little monkeys are swinging in the tree. I better watch out so he won't catch me. Well, we all know, I think by now, that owls like to sleep during the day and be up all night. But what happens if an owl isn't sleepy? This is called I'm Not Sleepy. And it's written and illustrated by Chapman. And this book is published by Good Books. Now at bedtime, Grandma always carried Mo up to the top of the tree. It's a long way up for a little owlet, she puffed. She went hop, jump, flutter, flump. Grandma soothed the soft leaves into a cozy nest and sat Mo carefully in the middle. Play with me, giggled Mo. No, sweetie, it's time for bed, smiled Grandma, and she blew him a kiss and hopped down to her book. Now the stars were fading when Grandma heard a rustle. Is that you, Mo? Yes. I haven't had my bedtime snack. The bedtime snack? Oh, how could I forget, thought Grandma. So she took 1 hop, jump, flutter, flump to the top of the tree, and she had a cracker. And Grandma sat and waited for Mo to finish his bedtime snack. Play with me? Mo sniffled between mouthfuls. No, honey bun. Time to go to sleep, said Grandma, and she blew him a kiss and hopped down to her book. Now the last bats were just going home when the leaves began to rustle down from above. They were raining down on top of her. Mo, Grandma called, is everything all right? No, and I'm not tucked in. He's not tucked in. Oh, up we go, said Grandma. Hop, jump, flutter, flump, right to the top of the tree. And then Grandma plumped and prodded and tucked and rolled until Mo looked like a wriggly green pancake. Play with me? He laughed. No, Pickle, it's bedtime, said Grandma. No more noise now, unless there's an emergency. And she blew him a kiss and then hopped down to her book. Grandma sat in the stillness. All was quiet at last, and she was just about to start reading when, Grandma, it's an emergency! It's an emergency, thought Grandma. Oh my goodness. What is it? What's the emergency? Puffed Grandma. I'm not sleepy, said Mo. I don't want to go to bed. I want to play. Grandma squeezed into Mo's cozy nest next to him. The thing is, Mo, it's bedtime. And at bedtime, someone has to go to bed, she said. So I have a very good idea. I'll go to bed and you can stay up. Yes, laughed Mo. And you'll need fresh leaves and a bedtime stack and tucking in. And every time I come up, I'll blow your kiss. So Mo was very busy. Why, he didn't have any time to play. It was hard work putting Grandma to bed. He had to hop, jump, flutter, flump, hop, jump, flutter, flump, hop, jump, flutter, flump, making the nest, taking a snack, tucking in. And most of the stars were gone when a little voice came up from below. Grandma, I'm really sleepy. Of course you are, Poppet. It's very late, said Grandma. And she hopped down the tree to her favorite owlet. On my back, she said. And then hop, jump, flutter. Grandma carried Mo all the way up to his nest, flump, at the top of the tree. Grandma snuggled Mo down and folded soft leaves over him. Time for bed, she smiled. And then Grandma smoothed Mo's feathers gently, blew him a kiss, and hopped back down the tree to her book. And you know, I think she finally got to read it. Well, I think we're going to have one more story. So can you wiggle your fingers and wiggle your toes? Can you wiggle your shoulders? And how about your nose? Can you wiggle your elbows and slap your knees and stretch your arms out? And get ready, please, for Good Night Owl. This is written and illustrated by Greg Pizzoli. There's Owl peeking out at us. And over here, Mouse. Owl was settling into bed when he heard a noise. Squeak! Now, it was a tiny sound, no louder than a whisper. A funny noise that he hadn't heard before. Someone must be at the door, said Owl. Just a minute. But you know who it was? Well, no one was there. Probably the wind, said Owl. And he lay down in bed and said to himself, Good night, Owl. Squeak! He heard the noise again. Why, it's coming from the cupboard, said Owl. So he went to take a look. Well, he emptied every shelf, but there was no noise to be found. So Owl went back to bed. Good night, Owl, he said. And then he heard the noise. Squeak! It must be under the floor, said Owl. So he pulled up all the floorboards, one by one. But he didn't find the noise. So Owl went back to bed. Squeak! Oh, this house has a noisy roof, yelled Owl. So he took down the roof. There, said Owl, no more noise. Owl got back into bed. The stars and the moon were shining down where his roof used to be. Good night, Owl, he said. But Owl didn't close his eyes. He didn't dare. He knew that any second he would hear the noise. So he waited and waited and waited and waited. Squeak! It's in the walls, Owl screeched. I'll get you, noise, Owl said as he tore down the walls of his house. But he found nothing. The cupboard was empty, the floorboards were pulled up, the roof was pulled down, and the walls were gone. Owl went back to bed, and he said, "Good night, Owl." And then he saw the noise. Squeak! And Owl smiled, and he said, "Good night, noise." And they went to sleep. Now, if you ever borrow this book from the library, remember how I pointed out at the very beginning that Mouse was peeking out the window? And on every page, after that first squeak, you can find Mouse every time. So you can kind of play look and find with this book. All right, well, shall we have a very quick rhyme on our flannel board? And we're going to do some counting. We're going to have 5, and then we'll come down to 4, 3, 2, and 1. And can you guess what's going to be on our flannel board today? Do you think it's going to be mice? I don't think so. Could it be an elephant? There was an elephant in that first story, but I don't think there's going to be any elephants in this. But there could be some owls. Well, 5 little owls were swooping through the night, gliding and diving in the moon's bright light, dipping and flipping. It was quite a sight until one little owl swooped out of sight. So 4 little owls swooping in the night, gliding and diving in the moon's bright light. Now one little owl flapped with all his might, and that little owl swooped out of sight. Ooh! Oh my goodness, we lost several of them. Let's get them back up here. How many are we supposed to have? Did you say 3? You're right. 3 little owls swooping through the night, gliding and diving in the moon's bright light. Well, a bat flew by and gave one a fright, and that little owl swooped out of sight. 2 little owls swooping through the night, gliding and diving in the moon's bright light. Now a mama owl hooted, "It's time to say goodnight." So one more little owl swooped out of sight. Well, there was one little owl swooping in the night, gliding and diving in the moon's bright light. Then the moon, it began to fade, and the sky got light, so that last little owl swooped out of sight. So those are our owl stories today. There are lots more here at the libraries. In fact, I think I'm going to put out an owl book bundle. So if you like stories about owls, you might want to come and check them out. So should we say goodbye? Goodbye. We'll see you next time for Storytime Online.